It's Jann Scott Tonite, America's only non-network home video talk show. And now, here's Jann.
All right, so what's this, these assholes? Am I sure? Are you afraid?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Hey, Sarge, are you a sergeant? I got a question for you. Can we get inside? I'm Jann Scott. I do a television show.
Inside?
Yeah, in here where these guys are.
You'll have to check with the state troopers here manning the gate. They're the ones that make the decisions on who goes in.
Oh, is that the gate right there?
Yeah, that's the gate. Check with them.
Thanks. Talk to you.
Yeah.
Just shoot everything around me.
Okay. You right on.
Who are you guys with?
The Lambda report.
Oh, you're Lambda, huh?
Who are y'all?
I'm Jann Scott. I'm your Boulder producer.
Oh yeah, hey, nice to meet you.
How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you.
John, were you just taping this conversation I have with this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hi.
Guys always attacked at the Colorado Baylor.
Oh yeah. I'm also the Boulder producer for you guys.
Yeah, I know. We're both Boulderites.
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay, great.
Most of half the people in the land are part of this point are from Boulder. I don't know if David's here, so if you know if this is a good footage to have.
This is
God bless the working man. God bless Colorado. God bless freedom. Up with America. Up with Colorado. Up with freedom. Hold it. These folks come in. You come.
Get in over here at the gate. Where's State Patrol?
These folks are part of us.
That's fine. Hang on. You unlock the gate.
People outside the fence, and we won't stop until we march all the way up those steps into the chairs of power. Power to the American people!
As soon as they go back and finish this trip, we'll let you guys in.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I thought that's what the deal was.
Man, what the weather happened here? It just went from nice spring weather to
Colorado.
Well, I know.
You're obviously from Mountain.
Are you? Yeah. So this is pretty mild today, huh?
Yeah, this is.
I mean, no big riots or anything. You guys are ready for. You're ready for bear, huh?
We've only been. This is only the third year we've had to do it. We've had to fight the last 2 years.
What kind of units do you have down here today, anyways? I mean, what kind
Units.
of? Yeah, like do you have TAC squadron? Or,
Yeah, we've got SWAT teams down here, and also the urban street crime unit is down here. We've got a field force.
Field force. What's that?
It's a crowd control team.
Oh yeah.
That's down here. That's handles most of the crowd disturbances.
You have anti-terrorists too, or any of that? Are people looking for?
intelligence unit that handles all of our intel in terms of who to look for and what to look for.
These guys had any threats? Any kind of, death threats?
Oh, I'm sure they have, but nothing that I'm aware of.
There's not the big crowds down here that there was last year.
The weather had a lot to do with it. Plus, it doesn't coincide with the Martin Luther King celebrants. So that's, I think, the biggest reason. Okay?
Yeah, good talking to you. Thanks.
Yeah, you too.
Are there? Do you have snipers on the buildings?
They've got some spotters.
Some spotters, yeah, not snipers. Well, maybe you never know. Lap 2 coming up, John. You can turn it off. You talk to this guy right here. Howdy. Oh, that's you, Larry Toller. Yeah, I'm Jann Scott.
Let me tell you, you get your spot, in fact, you look for animals, I think you over here.
Yeah, that's it. Only one I had.
Should get on the steps and open up and do that.
There's other people press already.
There's some press on the water.
Oh, this is are you lieutenant now? Lieutenant Larry Toller. Captain? Oh, Captain.
2 bars.
2 bars. That's right. I thought it was second lieutenant. Right. So you've been on my radio show before. I'm Jann Scott.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I never met you personally. So, pretty quiet down here today, huh?
Unfortunately, yes.
Right.
The playoffs are, going on. It's snowing like crazy out here this morning. We thought, man, it's going to keep going all day.
Oh, the snow and everything? Yeah.
Colorado, land of 4 seasons, sometimes twice the same day.
And tomorrow, the Martin Luther King, the parade's going to be here and everything, right?
Yeah,
Right down?
come by, make their loop to go on down, and come back around. It's a little bit longer version than just right here at the Capitol.
It's pretty amazing. You really have to bring out the security for this deal, even though they don't show up.
Well, you just never know. That's the problem, of course.
What's this unit walking behind us here, with the state patrol with the the screens?
Those are just regular road officers. We have to bring in for these events. We have to strip the road to come up with people to cover the state capitol building.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys have really been working that corridor between Boulder and Denver. I saw state troopers out there yesterday.
Well, we just graduated a recruit class. We just graduated a recruit class. So we finally got, we were so short-handed, we finally got some more people out there. And of course, those new people are definitely hitting the bricks out there. Do you mind if I ask a question?
Go right ahead, just jump in.
Is that right?
No, I don't care.
You said the next lap? Are they?
No, they're done now. When they get around here this time.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay, press people, come over.
Who are these fellows with the red hats here now?
Denver bomb.
Oh, I see.
This is you guys in area, all right in here.
Okay.
Restricted staying in here.
We have to stay in here? Okay. Hey, David, how are you? Huh?
You have a press pass?
You look good, man. Yeah.
You have a press pass?
Of course I have a press pass. John, turn the camera.
They're my new directing team. David Pitcher is here.
Is this your old Marine jacket, or is that what is that?
Cop jacket.
Cop jacket. Where'd you get that?
Security. I'm an armed guard.
Are you really? Oh, you have a job?
I used to be. Yeah. About 12 or 13 years ago, I was armed guard.
Here we
I
are.
can still get in, but I don't
The
want
press interviewing the press. Okay, now turn that off. Turn that off.
On a spotter on the building who's there spotting us, most likely. You have relatives in Germany. What did you? What do we got? Get your ass down. I would just turn it on.
There he is, to your left.
Yeah, I know. Are these guys Klan or who the hell are they?
They're called the Nationalist Movement.
Nationalists.
Nationalist Party.
Can we call them over here and talk to them, or will they give us shit for? Yeah, talk show host at night. I do talk TV also. Well, John, let's get right in on this guy. Ooh, can I get one of these flags?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. What?
Got a flag. We need
Sure.
more flags. We need more flags.
What's your name, anyways?
I'm Richard Barrett.
What's your? Oh, Richard Barrett.
Yes,
Where
sir.
are you from?
I'm from Jackson, Mississippi.
You've been on my radio show. In the
Oh, what's your
past.
show?
I'm Jann Scott. You've been on Jann Scott Tonight. You're the lawyer.
That's right. All
So
right.
you were on for an hour one day.
Thank you for
So,
having me.
What are you doing? You're on TV right now. We have a TV show here in Boulder, or rather in Denver. What's
Welcome.
Oh, thanks. So what's your intention? What's the purpose?
Well, Amendment 2 started a revolution in this country. It said no favors for homosexuals in Colorado. Well, now America is saying we don't want favors for anybody, anywhere in America. And how do you do it? Well, if you're not a congressman, if you're not a governor, you come to the streets, you take it to the people, and that's what we're doing. Let's have justice for all in America and favors for none, and let's do it in the streets, do it in the hearts of the American people, and do it without violence and without hate.
You're a lawyer in Mississippi, is that right?
What's left of one?
Are you still practicing?
I am chief counsel for the Nationalist Movement.
The Nationalist Movement. How long has it been formed?
7 years. We started in Forsyth County, Georgia. You remember 7 years ago, we wanted to meet at a state building like this. The government banned the nationalists from meeting. So we went to the U.S. Supreme Court. You are looking at the real civil rights forces of the 90s, because you're freer today to meet and speak because of nationalism today, and you'll be freer tomorrow because of what a nationalist is doing tomorrow.
What do you plan to do with skinheads? Last time you and I talked, you said you were organizing them into a nationwide movement.
Well, we're organizing all young people in this country. You see here today a lot of pro-Marine, pro-military, pro-American young people. This is a youth-driven movement. Martin Luther King, you said America is unjust. You can have yesterday. We say America is very just, and that's why we're going to have tomorrow.
Okay. What is your stance on the gays and the gays in Colorado? What should the government and what should the city do with gay people in Colorado?
Favors for no one. That means there's a widow out there somewhere that might want to sell her house to her son. She shouldn't have to give it to a homosexual or a Mexican or a bilingual or anyone else. Freedom in America. Freedom to buy and sell, live and work, hire and fire. Freedom.
The Bible says that homosexuals should be executed. Do you agree with that?
Well, right now we say favors for none, justice for all. That's the message here today.
What about blacks? What about the black gang members? What's your solution for the black gang
Well, see,
members?
we're not going to speak about groups today. We've done that for the last 30 years. We're going to speak about red, white, and blue. That's the color today. And what we say is to the gang members, whoever they are, down with violence, down with the looters, and Rodney King, we can't get along with rioters. We're not going to get along with looters. We're going to say, don't pass go directly to jail.
Okay, what about the Hispanics and the Hispanic gang members? Should we send them back to Mexico? Do they belong in the United States?
Well, what we belong in the United States is people who look at the countenance of George Washington and say, that's the father of my country. That's not Martin Luther King. That's George Washington. That's not violence in the streets. That's getting down on your knees and say, thank you, Lord, that I live in the United States of America.
Have you seen the movie Schindler's List, the Holocaust?
No.
Did the Holocaust exist?
Well, I liked Charlton Heston and, what was that?
Moses?
Moses, right.
Ten Commandments?
Ten Commandments.
I mean, do you think there was a Holocaust in Europe during World War II?
Well, I think right now when you have to walk on the streets of Colorado and you have to have this kind of police just to hold this kind of a rally, I think we need change in America. This flag that we just handed out, the red, white, and blue, it's being trashed by some of the people out beyond that fence. So what we're doing is we're winning in the streets. We're winning in the courts, but most important, we're winning in the hearts of the American people, and that's what counts.
Are the skinheads here, are they gang members? Is this a gang?
We have a thing, part of the nationalist movement called nationalist skinheads. These are young people that are pro-Marine, pro-American, and frankly, they're trying to hold on to the freedoms we have and expand them. That's what they're for.
Do they commit drive-bys?
Well, I'll tell you what we commit.
Okay.
We commit raising this flag and saying, no king over America. Right. No queens over America. Freedom, that's why we're here. Justice for all, favors for none.
Why do you suppose there's no one out here today?
Ma'am?
Why do you suppose there's no one here showing support for you today?
Well, ma'am, I don't know how many people there were at the Alamo, but the important thing is they stood for freedom. I don't know how many people there are here, but I'll tell you one thing.
There's no one here.
I'll tell you one thing. You've got people here that are changing America. America is going to be freer because of what was said here today. What is said is democracy over kingism, justice over favors, Americanism over homosexuality, and majority over minority. That's a powerful message. It's going forth from Colorado. Let freedom ring. We're going to carry the message of Amendment 2 to Mississippi, to New York, to California, and America is going to be changed because of it.
So you say that the rally today is pro-Marine. What does that mean? Are you saying that other people are anti-Marine?
Oh, no, they asked about some of the young people that cut their hair short. They're pro-Marine.
They identify Marine. The rally
Can I get one of your cross
in
flags?
defense of the principles of Amendment 2.
Thanks.
Why did you choose that as a theme for the rally today?
Well, the theme is favors for none. Colorado voted very powerfully to strike out favors for homosexuals. America, I think, is ready now to say favors for nobody. Not for bilinguals, not for bisexuals, not for binationals, not for bi-labors. Instead, let's say justice for all, favors for none. Let's start it right here in Colorado.
So do you mean that non-discrimination laws are a favor that should be eliminated in terms of discrimination protections for women and blacks? And
for the last 30 years, we've had a forced society that you have to have somebody's permission to promote somebody or fire somebody. What we want is where you can buy and sell, live and work, hire and fire in freedom in America.
Mr. Barrett, would you answer the question about the Holocaust? Did the Holocaust exist?
Hang on one second.
You didn't answer that.
Do you favor the repeal, therefore, for anti-discrimination laws on the basis of sex and race?
We are asking the American people, we want the American people to have the same opportunity to vote as Colorado has. And when they do, remember Gorby would still be ruling in Russia if the American people hadn't, or rather if the Russian people hadn't had a chance to vote. When they vote, we ask them to vote down everything that gives force, such as the so-called Civil Rights Acts, the Voting Rights Acts, the Public Accommodation, the Forced Housing Act, so you can live and work, hire and fire in freedom in America.
How about the Holocaust? We answer the question about the Holocaust.
Hang on.
Hold on just a second, Jim, please. You think Amendment 2 is a first step toward that?
Amendment 2 is indeed the first step towards striking down favors and having a favor-free society. There's a policeman today in Boston.
You see, he wants to answer the question about the Holocaust. These guys don't think it exists.
Can't get a promotion. Someday, I'd like to be there, maybe one of these young people, and pin the badge.
How about Adolf Hitler? Was Adolf Hitler a good guy?
Who's a police officer?
See if we can get an answer on Hitler.
He was not a member of a minority group, that's correct.
Was
and
Hitler
instead
a
of
good guy?
having groupism, we've heard that
Mr.
old
Barrett,
record.
no, I'm
long
asking
enough.
you,
Let's
come
have
on.
a new tune.
Was he a good guy?
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that was my last question.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah, the Holocaust. Did the Holocaust exist? I've asked you 4 times.